Well, hello everyone and welcome yourselves back on in to the Neom city in Manor Lords. The Line is what it is. Here we are. Let me give you a quick run through of where we're at so far. Very, very long now. Massively upgraded as well. And lots going on, as you can see. So we're all the way through, well, across a big chunk of the map actually. So if I just, bandit camp there. If I just have a look here, yeah, it's huge. Look, I'll just scroll out. So that's farms there. So all we've got is this patch here. And this patch here now that we can build houses. Now, bear in mind, we can fit a lot of families still based on what we have, and we're waiting for that for the eggs as well. And as you can see, we've got our first extra point, so we've hit the next thing here. Now, I haven't quite decided what I want to do. Tempted to try out irrigation. I'm yet to even click it. Rye could be useful. Should we? I don't know. Let's have a look. Did I already check this? I think rye fertility, other than here, isn't very good actually. So all we'd get is if we wanted to go on this patch. So it's no benefits from it unless we want to build a little bit of a farm down this end as well, which I don't think we will. So I think that point's out of the question. I'm going to attempt maybe try irrigation. We could also go heavy plow, but the family's doing it. There's no need for this because we're only doing 2 farms at a time, so it isn't a problem. Can't do this one, so that's out of the question. Also can't do that because of that. The only other one is maybe the hides. Let's have a quick look. Nope. Don't need that. We got 101 hides still that we're converting. So let's give this irrigation a go. I'm yet to use it. So we've hit maximum settlement. Go me. Now, yeah, I guess that means that we should see more yield, none lost throughout if it rains and stuff like that. So, or if it's drought, sorry. But yeah, I hope you're all well, guys. Welcome yourselves back on in. So we have all of the eggs that will be coming in soon. Loads of meat, loads of veg, hardly any berries, but we're working on that slowly. I'm going to get another forager's hut or 2 people in there. We can kind of just leave them doing their thing. So we should see that go up nicely. And bread is slowly keeping on top. We've got a little bit of wheat in that we're sorting. And I'm just trying to get on top of beer. So we're trying to trade that in at the moment. So we're just waiting for some more roof tiles. As you can see, we already have enough and we're 158 days away, so we are going to be able to get our retinue up soon. And I've done one other thing. I've reduced my archers down to 2 and got in a 3rd spearman, so we're going to try and fill these up by buying in the spears, and then we're going to go probably fight the dude. So, but yeah, I do want to get all these upgraded first, so I'll try my best. I'm also putting a granary and storehouse over here to satisfy this marketplace, because if I go into this here, let's move it across. We have fuel. Food, no. Clothing, no. So we need some stalls over here. I could move some of the other ones to do that, but I'm going to just do it that way instead. So this marketplace is almost full. Pretty much all of these houses are covered for everything. They got cloaks, yarn, shoes, leather. Food variety is looking really, really healthy, and fuel is good. So it's just these houses over here. And we did get our orchards in. So you're going to see apples coming really, really soon. I think another year we should see a good yield coming from these as well. So we are good. Plenty of sheep. We're out of stable space now, so I think we need to get another one. And we're also going to get a tavern here. And this is going to cover all of these now. So we'll have one there. One there. Sorry, it's over here somewhere. Here, sorry. And then one over here to cover these. We may need one last one over there. That should be fine, though. And let's go deal with these bandits now, because they are stealing everything. So let's get one of these up. I'm going to send those straight in. I'm going to try and fight them over here, though. Try my best not to fight them. Although we've got someone on the corpse bit, haven't we? Yeah, we can fight them wherever then. All right, let's get them straight in on that. On defensive position. Hold on. Go here. Oh, okay. We're good. We are good. So I'm going to show you the perfect method once more. So you go stand your ground. As soon as they clash, you then do the push forward. And we should kill them really, really quickly here. Without losing any units. Boom. It's really strong. It's too OP. Too OP. Right, we're good on either, so it doesn't really matter where we send this, but I am going to send it to the treasury because it's just a pain in the backside. So we'll just make sure we get a nice surplus of that. Let's have a look around to see if there's any more. There's another one up there. I think that's it. And yeah, we're going to have to go do some fighting soon. I'm going to go straight for the jugular, though, straight into his big boy when we do fight. But we've got to get our spears in first. And I'll be perfectly honest with you, 2 trading posts is a little bit slow. There we go. Granary is done. I'm also going to upgrade that. So these houses, I'm not going to upgrade any more houses down the other end until people start moving into these. And there we go. We're slowly seeing it now. They are getting the food across to these houses. Not clothing yet, but the food is coming along. So as long as they they get the food into the ones that are populated, I'm happy, which is these ones. And let's continue on with houses. So I'm going to get in a few in here. I'm hoping I can double up on most. They're a bit big. These might well be chickens again, so we're just going to go with a nice obscure shape. I might go for singular plots here with small houses to deal with. Is that going to be the same? Less chickens. Let's go with 6 smallers, and they're going to be chickens as well, but we're not going to obviously populate those yet. As you can see, our ale is actually in a good place. It says it's minus there, but we are getting barley, and there we go, 37. They've just brought it in as I speak. So if I hover over, everyone is happy. I can go ahead and obviously upgrade more. I'm going to hold fire for a little bit longer. We're at nearly 350 population. I do want to hit 400 this episode minimum. No, we're good. And the first bit of apples coming in now as well. So we're going to have a nice variety. Nothing to worry about anymore. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade a few more houses. So they killed them without me knowing. I completely forgot about them. They're fine. Let's send this to our treasury once more. So we're going to try and get rich now. We're seeing a lot more money come in. So we should be safe to go ahead and allow this just that tiny bit higher. And what I'm going to do is also build on this a little bit. So for the sake of our defenses here, I'm going to go with some outer towers so we can garrison them if needed. I don't know whether they need roads. No, they don't. That's fine. We're going to commit that. We should get some outer towers on this. I haven't tested it, but I'm hoping when they attack, we can get archers in those towers. But yeah, we're going to attack really, really soon. So he's almost claimed everything anyway. And also now, let's all get these going. So let's have a look here. I think we've got more hides than we know what to do with. So let's change this up now. Let's go ahead and get some more chickens down this side because they no longer are needed. So I'll let that one upgrade. But if there's goat sheds in any now, 1 or 2, I'm going to reduce them back down. Don't be afraid of changing them, guys. It really doesn't matter. And you should change them because we're now producing so much from the hunter shack. And the few that we do have, it's not necessary. So the hunter's camp itself is producing. I hover over, we got 158 hides, and we're not even tanning them up very quickly. So I reckon another person in the tannery is also good, and we've got 2 people spare still to do the building. And there we go. We're seeing some families now move in over here as well. So I am keeping a close eye on the clothing to see if we can get that working. It's going to take a little while for this, for Anna to transport. Bless her. She's trying. Let's see what she does. Sometimes it's worth doing. She's actually going elsewhere. So the food store's getting topped up. Clothing, not so much. And there appears to be another bandit camp somewhere. Again? Alright, we'll go deal with that then. Send them straight in. And I'm going to continue to get the families going as well. I'm going to let him attack without even worrying about it. And yeah, we're doing really, really good here. So we're obviously very high up. So the annual royal tax is going up. So we're going to need to turn that up again. But as you can see, our regional wealth is going crazy. And we're fine. So that's 356 days. We're going to hit that easily anyway. Still nothing in over here, but food variety is looking good. So we've almost 100%ed these 2. I'm seeing the market stalls come up now. We've got a second clothing store. Still not topping it up. It's going to take a while because they need to stock this storehouse with some of the goods. So it really, really will take a long, long time. Still nothing in the storage either. There we go. 1 month hits from the tax from regional wealth, and it's still going up, and we hit what we need straight away. And they're about to fight. We caught that just in time so we can get them to push forward and deal with that really quickly. There we go. And once again, we're getting a nice amount of influence to take over all the spots that he has. So we should be able to take these over really early. And now I think it's safe to say we could probably look at saving up for an armor trade. So we're going to want the helmets here, right? We've got no more points that we can do, unfortunately, to reduce it by 50%. But let's start saving up for that. So we're going to keep exporting everything we can. I may get a 3rd trade lot in, guys, for them to be able to export. I think that's smart. So we have no space though, so we're going to have to sacrifice here and put it over this way. So let's get a trade spot here. At least it's by these guys, right? The storage and granary, so we should be fine. And look at all that bread, guys. Oh yes, we have food like you would not believe now. Oh, it's just so good. The changes to the marketplaces are so much better. The only thing that does struggle, I've noticed, is clothing stores. So food stores and stuff are okay. They will transport really quickly, as you're seeing. But clothing stores, no, they just don't. So I'm going to go ahead and move this clothing store right here, or demolish it. I'm going to move this. I'm going to see if it works anymore. I'm going to try and pop this clothing store up the other end here. Make sure you attach it to the road. I'm going to pop it right there, and I'm going to set that to the highest. And I'm going to go ahead and bin off these. They're not doing anything. Ghost stalls, unfortunately. So let's see if this fixes the problem here. Let's see if they start transporting to it. All right, just getting 4 into this new trading post here now as well. And then we're going to work on that. Still no clothing coming over here. That's okay. They've stocked up the rest. So problem is you've got to wait for the other houses too. It will get there. There we go. I see the first one going in. Perfect. And there it is. That took a long time. But now that it's started, it will be okay. So let's take a look. The new clothing store here with the leather in. So we should see multiple houses start to get that now as they transfer it over, which is perfect. And there is a lot of clothing stores popping up right now. Perfect. Here we go. Here we go. Get it in. The more the merrier, right? So it's going to take a little while. And obviously there's going to be loads over here. But that's going to cover this whole area later on. So you'll see a whole bunch of them come in. And they've got the leather and cloaks in now over this side, which is perfect. And the granary's looking good. So I think food variety, yep, looking really, really solid over here now. So once the clothing comes in, we can start to upgrade these too. And I've got the tavern in, and they've stocked it with ale, so I'm going to leave that. I'm not sure if 25 can fit 100, so I'm going to allow that one to keep topping up ready. But obviously we're not going to do it yet. And the new trade has started doing its thing as well, so hopefully we can get rid of some of this stuff. And we're going to try and get in the horses as we can. Relatively close to the trader point, so it should be fine. And look at that. Look at our treasury to the amount of royal tax we need to pay. Incredible. So we got loads spare. We're almost there now on these guys. The last lot of spears are coming in. So I might say, let's try and get the last lot in. Let's go to 8. Let's go 10. Just buy 10 in. That's fine. And then we should have enough now for the helmets. So we're going to import helmets now. So we've just spent most of our money. I'm going to try and get 5 helmets in. We know that we're more than enough now with this new trade post for that to ramp up really quickly. All right, looks like enemy units on their way. Right from the top. I think we're okay. Bring it on. I can see 4. Get our soldiers ready then. They're going to come straight down, so let's gather everyone up. Let's get them out here. We've actually got a decent hill here to get these guys leveled out. So we'll have spearmen like that. We're going to have the retinue and archer squads kind of in front for the start, and then we'll shoot them back off. Retinue, let's get you kind of behind, and we'll flank you around. We're going to have these guys do that. We're going to want shoot at will, and we are going to run back in a moment. Are they going to shoot? Get them running back. They got a couple of flurries in, didn't really do much. Should weaken them for our guys to nail them anyway, and then into the spearmen they shall go. Let's bring the retinue over. Let's actually organize these a little bit better. There we go. And then these guys are going to bring round to the side, and we're going to say collapse on you. I don't want the retinue fighting, so we're going to actually do that. I do want the retinue fighting, but I want them to kind of attack afterwards, so that's fine. And then you guys, you want to get a flurry on that for me? Might got to turn on that. Right, they're broken. You can fight that one, and then you guys into there, and then let's bring you around. And arrows in the back does help here. Nice. I love watching a good fight, to be fair. It's quite a big battle, so loose arrows really. Oh no, someone did. Two died from the arrows right there, and 3 died from the arrows. Awesome. So we're gonna say push forward now, guys. Let's get this on. You can all come in. Retinue just chilling. I'm gonna love it when the units have experience too. That's gonna be awesome. All right, we're gonna send the archers back now. They're holding on. There we go. We lost a couple, but we're fine. And there we go. We're starting to see the helmets come onto our spear militia now. So soon we'll be stopping the import of spears, and we'll be running with just the helmets as an import here as well. And slowly but surely things are growing nicely. Clothing, I'm not concerned. It will come in eventually over there as well. And look at that. We have a lot of everything kind of coming in now. Meat has just gone crazy. Veg is good. Berries are good. Apples not just yet. We will see more. Eggs still ticking up, but they are getting distributed. So as more people move in, we'll see a lot more come out. And I'm holding off upgrading these guys, because if I start upgrading them, they're going to move in, because they'll turn those into spaces for 3 families rather than 2. So I'm not going to upgrade those just yet. It looks like we've got more bandits nearby. I got non-stop. When I demolish, more clothing stores are going up. They just take a long time to replenish them. I am seeing now workers in trading posts are now opening up these clothing stores and stuff though. So hopefully that should fix it. And we've got a really big bread problem down the other side. So if I just open this right now, none of these tier 2s or houses down here are getting bread. Now, marketplace closest is pretty far away. We might need to consider a granary and marketplace over here as well. So we're going to open a really small one just in here, I'm hoping. That's going to be enough. So I'm going to open that one right there. And I think this one over here is just it's too big. So I might reduce this down as well. I know this is this is going to take a little while to sort itself out, but that's fine. I'm actually going to go ahead and do this. I reckon that might work first. Let's get just a really small ones there. Sometimes they do bug and you need to bin it off, so that's fine. This food will get moved in a moment. It's all getting picked up now, so that's fine. And that should fix the marketplaces down here. I'm seeing food stores pop in really quickly over here. So we should start to see bread come into these houses really soon. Keep a close eye. Yep, some of them have got the bread in. I've got the bread saying... Yeah, there we go. And then now that can be upgraded. Perfect. I'll work on one end at a time. The marketplace was just a bit too big. At least they can get it in over here, because this marketplace just wasn't supplying, even though it's close. So that one's now full. So we should now see it move over to the next one. So that will distribute. I'm just watching as it goes in here. Sometimes you have got to sit and just watch it. There we go. The eggs just went in. And they're now being supplied nicely. Exactly how we want it. I think clothing is in there and fuel is in there. So the food will go into those. And then we'll go back over to this end. And marketplace slowly coming up. I can actually squeeze 3 markets in that little gap too, so I'm going to do that. It's by the farmers here, so little farmers market hopefully in there. We could just put food ones in there as well. That should fix that. And money's back up to 5k. Look at that. We're loving life. Right, how's the trade doing in here then? Are we getting what we need in? We've got our spears now, I believe. I might just keep that on actually. They don't buy them in after that amount. So helmets are still being worked on. You can probably be disbanded in a moment. I need to go finish off this bandit camp that we went to. 414 bread, 1.4k on the food. Now, I'm going to just leave the food ticking up like crazy. We don't need to sell any. We've got plenty of money. There we go. We kind of mastered the treasury options. Once we upgrade, it's going to go up higher. Again, not touching it. 426 on the population. Everything is really high now. We've got a good amount of everything. Ale isn't dipping below at all now once it's topped up. So many warbows, so many shields. Helmets slowly going into our army. Army is now full, so once we've got some more helmets in, we'll be quite happy to go and fight, really, I think. Alright, I think we can open up when we've got enough. Well, it's going to be the mail armor. We need 9,760, so let's say 10k or something, be able to get that. Alright, I'm removing this marketplace for a minute. I'm going to try something different. I'm going to hope they fill out this right here, which they are. Because of travel time, a lot of the workplaces, I've tried moving them around, but they keep moving back. So there's nothing we can do about that. And they've got to walk all the way up here to get down here. So hopefully this will now start to get stopped from these. So let's see where they're running from now. If we have a look, their home is all the way over here. They are transporting now. I'm seeing the food come across. So keeping a close eye on it. Hopefully that comes all the way. As you can see, it is a long way that they need to come just to put food on the stall here. Family requests more markets on charcoal kiln. You can go away. I need to fix these little marketplaces before anything else. And there we go. A little bit of meat coming. 1 piece. Let's see that? 1 piece of meat. So in here we've got a clothing store and a firewood store. It's the same's going to happen with these guys. It's going to take forever. And there we go. It's slowly going in. Perfect. Let's see. They are all the way over here. Now, at least they are granary workers. So let's take a look. Transporting warbows. What? That's Margaret. She needs to do her thing. Interesting that, isn't it? Because then you see the food actually getting in. So if I just click here and we go food, it is going to the nearest house first. When I put the marketplace over here, the distance is just too far and they're not doing it. So even though we have these guys over here, they've actually gone and opened marketplaces really far away. And I've been trying to, like I say, trying to flip them over from the workplaces over to this one. It's not making any difference. unless we physically demolish the other marketplace. That's how we would do it, essentially. So let's have a quick look and let's see. It might make more sense to get rid of, or just start filling in the really, really small gaps with tiny market slots like this. This is going to help because of travel distance. So if we just do something like that, I know it's still quite far away, but it's better. So we should start to see, yeah, there we go. So that house is actually getting everything it needs now, including clothing. So just like that, just needed to be that little bit closer. It's really weird. So these are kind of doing nothing. So I might get rid of those in a moment. But yeah, at least the yarn's coming in now to these houses. And food, yep, slowly getting there as well. So I'm just keeping a close eye to make sure it does go in. And that we should start to see some market stalls pop up over there as well. It looks like they are building them. And there's a clothing stall there. So this may help now. There might just be better off putting another house in here. There we go. We are, yep, seeing a good amount of food getting into them, actually. Nothing on the clothing stall. Nothing on the firewood stall. Firewood hasn't been a problem either. So it's been interesting to watch and see what it does, actually. So we're pretty much at max on the families moved in now as well. So we can go ahead and upgrade. So we're going to continue over here now with a couple more upgrades. And we're going to start to get a couple more families in. Almost at 450 populations for 438. That, it's kind of been a bit weird this episode because it doesn't feel like we've done much. But actually every house has kind of moved in now. And we have completely obliterated how easy it is to get the treasury up now. Now, just for those guys who are wondering, I've actually only got... We've got our garrison towers now. I'm only taxing 8% at the moment, and it's way above. But I'm going to leave it at that because we're doing more upgrades now. And our money just constantly goes up from regional wealth, which is awesome. So 3 full trading posts, that is, all with horses, all doing their thing. This one is coming pretty clutch because it's selling really quickly. But yeah, warbows just don't ever seem to sell. Let's have a quick look then. So clothing's actually overtaken food now. Still the same. Oh no, food is getting in there. It's just trying to stock up the other ones. So let's just scroll out really quick to as far as we can. Let's pin this down here. And let's hover over just to take a good look. So apples and stuff going in on the left. I didn't even realize we had a bunch in. They're being used as quick as they can kind of get them. 1.8k though. I don't even care about the bandits stealing everything. Carry on. And yeah, everything is fine. So if I just hover over, it's just down there for the clothing. Fuel is 100%. And all of that is good. It says only 7 months of fuel here, funnily enough. But we have loads. Charcoal kilns are good. Like, really, really good. And yeah, we will see those slowly increase. 147 on the population as well, guys. But thank you so much for being here. As always, really, really appreciate you. If you could hit the thumbs up for me and subscribe if you aren't already. And if you want to support me that little bit extra, do consider becoming a member on Patreon or a membership on the channel as well. It really, really helps me and helps me kind of make this a bigger gig, you know? So I really, really appreciate any time you have. As always, guys, do take it easy, and I'll see you soon.